Welcome back, everyone. This is the Vintage Sewing Machine Garage, and I was thinking about details the other day and how details really matter when you are overhauling a machine. This could be your own machine. Some of you, quite a few of you, watch these videos because you have a machine that's either the same or similar, and you're trying to figure out a way to either save money by doing the work yourself, or sometimes, very often, you can't find anyone who will service it. And you're thinking, well, gosh, I want to get this machine going. And that's actually what originally inspired my getting interested in overhauling machines, because I couldn't find anyone who would work on them, or the ones I had. But I wanted to show you guys something that really matters. These are one of those details you might think, oh, well, I don't need to do all that. Well, actually, you do. And this is an example of it. So, for example, when you have a hand wheel, or any pulley for that matter, when you have access to it, you really need to make sure that this is clean. Now, this is all steel. It may have had paint on it in the past, or not. It may not have been painted. The singer may not have painted it because they've got paint on this side and this side. But in the pulley itself is where your belt is going to be grabbing onto. And if you have old rust, you have oil, grease, dirt, or all of the above, which is entirely possible, you really want to, I basically have taken a cotton swab. Look at this, guys. Look at what's coming off here. Dipped in alcohol, rubbing alcohol, and I'm just coming around and just doing, it's very simple, just dragging it around, right? And look at what came off. Now, the reason this matters, this has nothing to do with aesthetics, but it has everything to do with function, because one of the things you really need on your pulleys, and this is true of all sewing machines and definitely true of treadle machines, is, I'm still getting some coming off here. I can come around with the dry side and see if anything else comes up. You need this because you want friction, and old oil and dirt and dust will interfere with the friction of your belt, and it can interfere with the functioning of your machine. And you could be looking straight at your machine thinking, hey, what is wrong with my sewing machine? Actually, it could be something this simple. Again, this is not something you need to do once a week or once a month. You may not even need to do it once a year. I don't know. Depends on your situation. But again, you're talking about something. It's very basic and yet very important. You can see I'm still pulling a little bit off here, probably up in the upper regions of that groove. But that's now a much cleaner pulley, and that's going to help when the owner of this machine goes to use it, right? And I think I've talked in the past about treadle belts in particular, because treadle belts, you need to pre-stretch them because they will stretch. They're made of leather. And I even have a rosin that I got in a store. The rosin is used for the bows of violins and other stringed instruments, and it's very sticky and is good to put on the pulley side of a treadle belt. Anyway, that's I'm getting out into the weeds there, but I wanted to show this to you guys. It is something quite simple, but it can make a dramatic difference in how your sewing machine performs for you. So don't always overthink it. Sometimes it is this simple, and then sometimes it ain't. But today, just wanted to show this to you guys. You can literally take a belt off, and you can do this again with an electric machine as well, because electric machines, their hand wheels still should have a pulley for the motor belt, and those pulleys need to be clean. Now, be extra careful. What if your pulley is painted, right? If it's painted in here, you still want to clean this, but you might try a different cleaner. You could try some alcohol, but you would want to dilute it down, at least maybe 50-50, because remember, the alcohol can really damage paint. It can literally dissolve it and strip it. You may not want that. So again, this is a conscious use of alcohol. Here I didn't have any paint to worry about, so do remember that. And if you're not sure, you're worried about damaging paint on your pulley, you can always find a different cleaner that will work for you. Any kind of cleaner that will basically remove just basic dust and oil and grease, and you will have a clean pulley. A clean pulley makes for a happy sewing machine and a happy you. So thanks for watching, guys. Not a long video, but I thought it would be worth making into a separate installment here just to talk about, because again, these little things can make a huge difference in whether your sewing machine works for you or not. Take care, guys, and we will see you in the next video.